Welcome back everyone. Today's cryptocurrency is SCRT, ticker code SCRT. Big shout out to Giftbox who recommended me to review this cryptocurrency of theirs. If you want me to review your cryptocurrency, leave a comment down below and I'll be sure to cover it. I've got exams coming up soon, so I've been pretty full on with assignments and just exams. Ugh, it's honestly horrible. But this isn't about my exam, this is about SCRT. So I'm going to give you price predictions, I'm going to compare it to Bitcoin, Ethereum, and give you the overall summary of SCRT and if I think it's a good investment or not. This is one of those privacy cryptos. Let's get started with comparing it to USD. Now, I've had to use the CoinEx exchange because it just had the most data. So when we do our volume analysis, just be prepared that this is on that exchange. But let's have a look at it. So first things first, we are below our major 50% at $6.23. You can see, unfortunately, and you'll notice this in a theme coming here with SCRT, that this coin gets rejected at its 50% a lot. I mean a lot. Like I said, we'll see in the video, but you can already see here, and then here. So you can see this coin gets rejected a lot at the 50%. And when it goes above it, it's actually pretty short-lived. So this is definitely one of those good tradable coins if it does manage to find support above it. Maybe put a stop loss down below if you were trading this coin. If you're investing it long-term, look, it's such long-term depending on how long you want to hold these for, that you really got to play it by ear, and it's a very personal decision if you're just going to hodl this thing. Let's have a look at the days it's been up and its supporting days. This is something that I really want to focus on my channel, and you'll hear me say these a lot. But let's just have a look at Bitcoin very quickly. What did I say about Bitcoin, if you remember? And I'll link my best cryptos of 2022. I'll link it up here. But I said in that video that every altcoin has to at least follow Bitcoin or at least outperform it if you really want to be even better. So I can keep going with cryptos, but let's just give you the quick rundown. January 24th was 2022's low of Bitcoin. Then February 24th, which was the Russian-Ukraine invasion day, that was the next low. And then during March, sort of first 2 weeks of March, we sort of tested a little bit before we had a bit of a mini alt season. So what I'm looking for is I'm looking for cryptos to find a low in January 24th around that timeline, and then find a higher low in February 24th, and then a higher low in March. If I show you heaps and heaps of cryptos, you will see that most of them bottomed out in February 24th. Some of them are still bottoming out. So let's have a look at SCRT and see where it's ranking in comparison to its pathway following Bitcoin. So here is January 24th. So I've ticked it here. So that would be this area here. February 24th, it put in a lower low. And then in March, during those first 2 weeks, we found some support near it. And, we got there in the end. We didn't have to go to that same low of $4.13, but we did manage to get a bit of a run. And like I said, we rejected the trend, rejected at the 50%, and now we've come back down. The good news of this crypto, though, is that we're not having to go to the bottom of March 10, February 24th. There are still other cryptos that have had to resort to that low and are finding support. And like I said, there's other cryptos out there that are finding new levels of support because they've broken down past that level, which is a big no-no. So just to make it clear, if I put this here, so I'll go my horizontal line, and basically you really don't want it to drop past that teal sort of baby blue color. You really don't want it dropping down below $4.21. In terms of its very, very short-term range, we'll again draw our 50% tool, and we'll just change this to our template, and then we'll look at the 50% here. And once again, you will see the 50% being continuously, once again, rejected all the time at the 50. So that comes in at $5.48. We need this coin to get momentum. It's struggling at the moment. It's always finding resistance there. And one thing that I don't really like about this crypto at the moment is that we are getting increasing volume on selling days. So you can see April 20, April 21st, 22nd, 23rd. You're seeing almost basically 4 days of consecutive down days with increasing volume, which is really, like I said, not what you want to see. We are finding a bit of support at the trend at the moment. So as long as we don't dip below that trend, but I'd be very cautious with this one. Again, if I'm trading it, if you're holding it long-term, you're still, it's one of the more better cryptos in terms of its fundamentals, because all those privacy cryptos will have some sort of function for people out there who want that sort of privacy. But in terms of a short-term trade, you want to be careful and tuck your stop loss right underneath. And I would personally put it right underneath that February 24th low. So I would basically say, yeah, about 12% I'm willing to risk. And I'd probably put it anywhere between the short-term 50% at 18% profit and maybe 32% profit. That's really where I'd be looking at SCRT as a short-term trade, nothing more than that. Investing is still a long way down. This coin has struggled to get to its all-time high, and this is what I don't like about a lot of altcoins. They have these massive runs where they just go insane, and then they just kind of fade very quickly, and then they get these runs. And this is why you should always be taking your profits with your cryptos or altcoins, because I know how emotional it would feel seeing your crypto go up so high, so fast, But you need to understand when you're getting 143% returns and you're starting to see your volume start to fade and your bars closing weak, you need to take that as a sign that the end is nigh and that you need to start considering your profits. So for me, you know, I would be taking definitely some profits around 20th of October if I was around that timeline and I was holding this coin, because you would have seen increasing volume, good strong close. Then the next day you would have saw basically right in the mid bar with increasing volume, and the volume just died right off. But you can see you still would have had, and this is why I like to look at the charts, you still basically almost would have had basically a week to see, okay, my volume's dried up, we've had this massive run up, time is near, and you're sure your profits might have been squandered a little bit, but at least you got away with something. That's my tangent for the day in terms of profits. But in terms of long-term investing, I don't like altcoins that have these sporadic, crazy moves, and you only have a few days to a few weeks to really snap your profits. I like coins that have continuously shown growth, shown resilience, like Luna, like AVAX. You know, those are the ones that look really, really good on a chart, because you're not just forced to sell them in 3 or 4 days or a week or so. You actually have a bit of breathing room, because they're not just liquidating those coins. Everything else get liquidated, and that's what's happening with Secret at the moment. In terms of price predictions for Secret, at the moment, I just want to see it, like I said, break its short-term 50% at $5.48. That would be this mark here. And like I said, big resistance. Next, 50% at $6.23. And then once we start going there, we can start going near around that 7.5 mark at $9.30. There will be a lot of resistance there and here that you will see. So as it's going all the way up, there'll be a lot of sell orders. And then of course, once this got going to the near all-time high, expect resistance to definitely be around that $9.98 mark before getting to the all-time high at $12. Is it going to happen? Not anytime soon. Crypto is still going just sideways at the moment. It really seems like the market just doesn't know where it wants to be. If I have a look at Bitcoin, you will see that, you know, we've had some down days, increasing volume on down days, but the closes are still very, very low. So you can see the price only went down 0.33%. The next day, 2.12%, the next day 1.9%, and the next day 0.67%. So you can see that even though we're having down days and we have to respect the downtrend that Bitcoin is going, we're not closing very weak in terms of a percentage open and close, which is good. But like I said, it just means that there's some undecisiveness, dip below the 50% at the moment. So wait to get that confirmation from Bitcoin and ETH before you start putting more money into crypto. Right now, I'm just holding cash at the moment, but Secret definitely wouldn't be one that I'd be looking into. Let's have a look at Secret against its Ethereum value to see its relative strength. So here we are on CoinCodex. I compare all of these values to their Ethereum value. So you can see all these are pinged to Ethereum. Why do I do this for the new viewers? I do it because in my books, Ethereum is a beast in terms of returns. It's very, very safe and you get some pretty good returns. And it is one of those cryptos I would honestly feel comfortable holding for 5 years, knowing that I would get a very good return. I know ETH's a boring project, it's slow, has its own share of problems, but in terms of just a pure investment class asset, it is very, very, very strong. It's my personal favorite one. It outperforms Bitcoin, and in terms of the cryptocurrency space, it's actually relatively low risk. Again, comparing to crypto as a nutshell. So I compare all these values. If the crypto I'm investing in or thinking about can't outperform Ethereum, you can just invest into Ethereum, get better returns, and reduce your risk. So everything in red is underperforming to Ethereum, and you can see how many cryptos are bleeding. Keep in mind though that we are in a bit of a downtrend at the moment, so a lot of cryptos look weak to Ethereum. But some of these ones that are, you know, pretty much 100% green is something that I might have a look at and say, oh, if it's outperforming Ethereum, let me have a look at this, and I'll open up a chart. So if we have a look at Secret at the moment, we can see that it's ranked 106 according to CoinCodex. It's done actually pretty well against Ethereum. So in the last 24 hours, it's underperformed Ethereum by 1.87%. Not that much. Seven days underperformed Ethereum by 0.41%. You saw it just tick over there. And then 1 month underperformed Ethereum by 0.51%. And then 3 months underperformed Ethereum by 30%, which is the biggest margin you'll see. 6 months underperformed Ethereum by 9%, or almost 10% as we speak. Year to date, outperforming Ethereum by 16%. And year to date, or 1 year, outperforming Ethereum by 20%. So you can see it's held relatively close to Ethereum. But let's have a look at a chart, because these numbers are, for the first time, are not really telling us that much in terms of its pure performance against Ethereum. In the long term, we need to have a look at a chart and see how that looks like. So let's do that right now. So here we have Secret against its Ethereum value on the Binance exchange. A downtrend, but one thing I like, this isn't a heavy downtrend. I can show you other charts that have just looked absolutely destroyed by Ethereum value. If you look at all of my previous videos, you'll see that the vast majority of the videos I say it underperforms to Ethereum. But even though we have a downtrend compared to Ethereum by about 50%, it's not actually that bad, because you can see that even though we got hit hard and we've faced lower lows, we aren't going down to the red zone at the 2.5 mark. There are, like I said, a lot of cryptos that have bleeded out to ETH completely. But like, what did I say before? You will see that this crypto has struggled at its 50% every time. So here they are, 50%, 50% before ultimately breaking through, resistance, resistance, and now we need more time. Good news, support at the trend, but we're hoping to get breakthrough at this 50% against its Ethereum value to see that this is a good trade or a good altcoin to have that's actually going to outperform Ethereum in the long term. But I like it in terms of this has remained relatively consistent and it's maintained relative consistency throughout 2022, dipping slightly low, but not the worst I've seen again. This is not the worst I've seen. Then if we have a look at SCRT against its Bitcoin value, you'll see something very similar. So what did I say? Set 50% zones. So you'll see some support, breaking through, and then resistance, and then resistance, support, and now we're not even getting even close to 50% in terms of its BTC value. So we just need more time to really get there and push past this 50% mark against its Bitcoin value. So that's going to do it for SCRT. In summary, it's not the worst cryptocurrency I've seen. It's one of the more slightly above average, nothing special. Where do I see this crypto going in the next few days, few weeks? Very, very hard to say at the moment because, like I said, I showed you Bitcoin. There just seems to be selling, but the percentages are minuscule, and there's just not much excitement in crypto at the moment. So for me, my plan at the moment is just blue chip cryptos. I'm not really going for any altcoins until I get that confirmation that we're ready to go and start moving. Would I hold into this one long term? It's not the worst one I would see. If I was holding this one at the moment, there are definitely a lot more worse altcoins than this at the moment. But it's not to say that someone can't sell $10 million worth of SCRT tomorrow and just dump the market or dump the coin. Of course that can happen. But at the moment, all I can do is read past in the last basically 2 months of data and say, you know what? We managed to get to a higher high against its BTC value. We've been able to manage to stay relatively close and not dip too far below it against our 50% mark against its Ethereum value. And against our USD value, we are finding some resistance to 50%, but we haven't broken down past our absolutely crucial levels, which was the bull market or between that sort of June and July-ish period of 21. Some hopium there, but again, we have to take it day by day, and we don't want to break that February 24th low at $4.14. That would be an instant selling. So again, that's that baby blue line there or that teal color there. So that's going to do it for this video. I hope it helped. Again, comment down below the cryptocurrency you want me to review. I'm super busy at the moment with uni at the moment, so bear with me, have some patience please. But until then, everyone, stay safe out there. Keep looking into crypto. These are boring times, but these are the times where the true crypto people are at. Everyone else is too scared or too bored. But until then, everyone, I'll catch you in the next video and stay safe.